This story involves pubes, sex toys, and a lot of alcohol. And yes, it is about the last time I was in employment and had a job. It all makes sense in a minute. Hold on. Hey Spuds, how's it going? Thanks for clicking on this video, and today I'm going to be talking about the last time I had a real job, or what most people would consider a real job. The last time I was employed by somebody else, because right now I am a full-time PhD student, but I also do YouTube, so I essentially do two jobs. And because I don't have a traditional job or traditional income source, I get asked a reasonable amount, when am I gonna get a real job? Firstly, rude. There's a bug. There's a bug. I might be a student who is not in full-time employment, but being a PhD student is not easy, and neither is doing YouTube. And I work hard. I'm not lazy, like some people like to say. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. Whole other topic. You might be able to tell it's a little bit of a sore point. I maybe sound slightly bitter. But this video is not Jamie rants about weird assumptions people make. It's a video about the last time I was like officially employed by an employer. Yes, I was an employee. It was a part-time job that I did over the summers between when like the uni year finished and when it started again. My partner Shaba also had the same job and we did it together sometimes. This is sounding very weird. We did this job for 3 summers in a row, and I kept it on during term time as well, but it was a lot more sporadic. I've not told you what this job is yet, it's taken me a very long time to get here. This job was to clean student accommodation at a university. At the end of the academic year, which would typically run between like October to May/June is when most people would move out, we would go in after all the students had moved out and like deep clean the rooms, ready for the next lot. And what I can say right now is most students leave their rooms in pretty reasonable condition, just leaving behind a few bits and pieces, like a little bit of crap on the carpet, slightly messy bathroom, but like it's fine. You go in, you clean it, it's done under an hour, it's all good. Some of the rooms though were in the most horrific state I've ever seen, and I do not mean to be rude, but I could not imagine living in them. For example, the bathrooms are like little washroom pods in the bedrooms, and it's like a wet room, so the whole floor gets wet when you have a shower. And these floors are meant to be white, and for some people, pretty much the whole floor was like orange and green with just a year's worth of like soap scum and mold. Ew! And we had to clean the trap, which is the drain, so you had to pick the drain out. Oh, it's so much hair. And we had to clean the whole ceiling and everything, and sometimes that was really moldy. Yummy. But I'm here today to talk to you about 3 very special rooms that Shara and I cleaned together, and we have very lovingly called them pube room, alcohol room, and sex toy room. Hence, this story involves pubes, alcohol, and sex toys. Pube room was definitely the most disgusting, and it's fairly self-explanatory. Literally walked into this room, and every surface, and the carpet, and even on the bed, and all over the bathroom, pubes. They collected their pubes and then just sprinkled it like fairy dust on their way out. Just here, have some of my pubes. Happy birthday. I cannot tell you how gross it was, and like we hoovered and we hoovered and we hoovered, and there was still more. It was in the drawers as well, like literally everywhere there was hair. It was atrocious. That's really it for pube room. It was just very, very hairy. It was just weird that that much hair got anywhere. Regardless of where the hair was from, it was just a lot of hair. And then there was alcohol room. I mean, alcohol room was like multi-layered. It wasn't just alcohol. There was also a gigantic teddy bear. It was nearly the same size as me. This teddy was huge, and there was also a fully decorated Christmas tree in June. But as the name would suggest, the most notable thing... Notable? No. I think that would work as well. I was gonna say noticeable. Notable? Noticeable. The most noticeable, I'm just gonna stick with that, thing about this room was the shelves full of alcohol. So these rooms have like really big shelves. They kind of like ran the whole length of the room, and there was 2 of them. I mean, they were big shelves. Both of them were stacked like back to front all the way along with alcohol, all types of alcohol bottles, but it's not like the cheap stuff that you normally see in like uni accommodation. This was really expensive bottles of whiskey and Moet champagne. I'm pretty sure Moet is champagne. It was in a box and everything, like super fancy stuff. Just all left there, and all of it was open and like half used. So somebody had just gathered this collection over the course of a year and then just left it all. On the theme of alcohol, there was also a different room that had a lot of beer bottles in, like just empty like little beer bottles sitting all around the room and the bathroom. And the ones in the bathroom, they'd been there for so long, people would obviously like use soap and other things around them, and they'd gotten wet underneath, and they were literally like stuck, like you had to crack them off. Just the thought of drinking a beer whilst doing a poo or something is a bit weird. And finally, sex toy room. It was low key, you walk in this room and initially it's like, oh, this is a normal room. And what we had to do is also like hoover and polish and stuff inside drawers. Do all the other drawers, get to the bedside table, open up the top drawer. It's quite deep drawer, it's a fairly big drawer. Open it up, it's literally just like packed full of sex toys and other paraphernalia, which is like great. All up for positive sex lives and stuff, but it was just left there, used. Half full bottles of lube, condoms, some open condom wrappers, used sex toys. Very grateful for gloves at this point, but like dildos, vibrators, loads of different things in there, just left. Surely they could have taken them with them and carried on using them. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, at least somebody had a lot of fun in that room. That's kind of like the highlight of that job. We had these like little t-shirts and we worked 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. and we had to walk around with like our buckets that we'd pick up every morning. It was like proper clock-in, old-fashioned, like you put your little bit of paper in and it clocked you in and then you clocked out at the end of the day. It was both like the best and the worst job I've ever had. It was kind of disgusting in many ways, but it was also like really good fun. It was quite a social job. We made friends with people there. It was different every day. You never knew what you were going to come across or find, and it was reasonably entertaining when you found a really random room. I'm gonna say it was character building. I've never seen such disgusting toilets. I don't know what people did in them. I mean, poop obviously and not clean it, but anyway. But it was really great to see rooms go from like that horrific state, really visibly dirty, to sparkly, like shiny clean, wonderful, ready for the next person to mess it up. And just the pure amount of stuff that students leave behind is ridiculous. Like we couldn't keep any of it. Any stuff you found had to go to like the main office and then they dealt with it there, like lost property and all of this stuff. Anything and everything you can think of, like from tiny little things like little bits of clothing and like toiletries to laptops. I never found a laptop, but some other people found laptops. Armani jackets and all of this stuff, and fragrances and money. People left anything, and clearly alcohol, Christmas trees, sex toys, you name it, it was left. I mean, within reason. For sure, the worst bit about this job was the kitchens. There'd be like multiple rooms for one kitchen, so we cleaned kitchens a lot less because you weren't always like on kitchen duty. Cleaning the kitchens during term time, which is what I did when I kept the job on past summer, was absolutely fine because you just go in, you like wipe some of the surfaces, you dust, you mop the floor, it's really easy. But at the end of the year, the deep clean of the kitchens was horrible. I preferred cleaning the bathrooms to the kitchens. The kitchens, you had to like defrost the freezer, there was so much rotten food in the fridge and the cupboards and it stunk so bad. Students just left every single like plate, bit of cutlery, crockery, pots, pans, everything, and it took ages to clear it out. You had to mop the floor until it was the right colour. But yeah, that's the last time I was officially employed, and I did that all through my undergrad and into like my masters. And then when I started my PhD, I stopped because I was earning money that way and I didn't need to do it anymore. I'm not shy of working. I am not lazy. I am not afraid of getting a job like and being employed by an employer and like a traditional type job, I guess. Like it's something I'm going to be looking for when I finish my PhD. Leave a comment down below, guys, about what's the worst job you've ever had, what's the best job you've ever had, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever done, found, seen, been involved in at work. Leave your work related, funny, weird, whatever kind of stories down in the comments below because I really want to hear them. And let me know if you like this kind of story time style video. I have a few more. I've lived life for a number of years. I have stories to share, so if you're interested then let me know. And yeah, think about giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing if you liked it, but no pressure. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.